From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Arnab Goswami on the debate at 9. Presented by Renault Quid. Powered by PolicyBazaar.com and OLX Cash My Car.
Good evening and welcome. I will not start with the technicalities, the legal points and the specifics of how Chidambaram got caught and why I think and you think and we all think that he deserved to be caught. That's not my issue about how he was caught. That's the subject for the debate, for which, by the way, the fitting hashtag tonight is, trend it, ladies and gentlemen, it is hashtag Chidambaram time up. Actually, I feel much stronger than that, but I am being understated, and hence the hashtag tonight is Chidambaram time up. I will just start tonight by asking all of you viewers one thing, and there is just one thing we need to notice, nothing else. It is just that. All these cases, 90% of these corruption cases are all pre-2012. All the cases in which the politicians like Chidambaram made thousands of crores. 100% of these cases are pre-2014. That is the only point that we need to deliberate and think about. The Vadra family and their various subsidiaries in the country should keep shut, please, because, and principally because, they have not explained to us why all the corruption, all of it, was pre-2014. Priyanka Vadra, if you have any shame, go ask your mom that question. Why was all the corruption pre-2014? In fact, you don't need to ask because you are all obviously getting a better advice and counseling on that matter from Robert Vadra. But why was it all peaking in UPA 2? The answer, ladies and gentlemen, and I know there's going to be a very indignant response from the Congis, is simple. The Vadra family and its subsidiaries, like Karti and PC, knew that time was running out to make money. Remember, viewers, politicians read the signals very clearly. They knew from 2010 the clock was moving in the reverse direction, but they realized that they also had the opportunity to make a lot of money. The opportunity was exceedingly bright. The first Modi government was not as hard as it should have been with these thieves. Now, we want them to end the problem and not deal with it. We need a different response. And that's debate number one tonight, viewers. Thumbs up, he puts out there because he thinks he is going to get away. But this surgical strike is very different. Debate number two. The opposition is led by the Tukde gang. This is the complete end of the game, bottom of the barrel response that the opposition could have given. Debate number three at 10 o'clock tonight. The defacing of the Savarkar statue. A story not many are talking about. Unfortunately, I don't know why. That's debate number two. And here are the headlines this Thursday evening on the debate tonight.
Allegations of non-cooperation with agencies. What do you have to say on that? Are you upset? Chidambaram, any word, Mr. Chidambaram?
CBI gets 4-day custody. Hard evidence smashes Chidambaram's arrogance. Approve a commission in court pushes Congress and Chidambaram on the complete back foot. He has no choice but to cooperate. Chidambaram will spend the next 96 hours answering the CBI. Watch the Saboot gang roll out the red carpet for the Tukde gang, opposition led by Sheila Rashid.
Who are you? When will you? Police? I will have to call the police if you guys attack me like this.
Confronted with tough questions on a fake news, she runs from the media and admits it was hearsay, which means she lied. And they're even intolerant to statues. Congress sends its youth wing to blacken the Savarkar statue at Delhi University. Ladies and gentlemen, the party that threatened revenge against our agencies before elections has tonight lost to them. And what a loss it has been. Every claim made by Chidambaram pummeled with full force by the CBI in court. Tonight, arrogance is lost, corruption is lost, and the entire country has come together to send one message. PC, your time is up.
The fist bump in 2018. The smile in 2019.
Any word, Mr. Chidambaram? There are allegations of non-cooperation with agencies.
The thumbs up in custody. On the debate tonight, CBI wins, Chidambaram loses.
Mr. Chidambaram, you see this as a witch hunt? Are you upset with the judgment? Any word, Mr. Chidambaram? There are allegations of non-cooperation with agencies. What do you have to say on that, Mr. Chidambaram? Are you upset? Are you upset? Chidambaram, any word, Mr. Chidambaram? One word. Mr. Chidambaram? Mr. Chidambaram? Are you upset, Mr. Chidambaram? Are you upset? Why you are not cooperating with the agencies?
The CBI's arguments are the turning point in the case tonight.
What exactly Kapil Sibal and Abhishek Manu Singhvi said in court, because they essentially came forth and told the court that it was P. Chidambaram who had been the approver for the FIPB approvals regarding the INX media case. They say that he wasn't the only one. The matter also went to the FIPB board, where there were 6 secretaries who signed off on it. He wasn't the decision maker, but yes, he did actually approve those FIPB approvals.
I've never met anybody in FIPB. I know nothing about FIPB. I do not know how FIPB functions.
Chidambaram is smiling. He's showing Republic TV the thumbs up, perhaps not aware that every argument has been demolished by the CBI.
The agency suspects that P. Chidambaram directly received kickbacks through these shell companies. Now that I'm given to understand is one big revelation as far as this investigation is concerned.
Agencies have cornered Chidambaram. The same agencies that Congress warned before the election.
All officials must hear this. The governments do not have any permanency. There are few weeks left for the general elections. They will be held to account and they will have to answer.
Tonight the CBI has had the last word, and P. Chidambaram will spend his weekend at the headquarters he inaugurated in 2011. Let's debate.
Welcome to the debate. Mahesh Chetmani, M.R. Venkatesh, Ishkaran Bhandari, Gaurav Bhatia, Ravi Srivastav, Royden Roach, Abdul Razak Khan and Chetan Singh. Welcome. We'll debate. We'll hear each other. We'll hear each other out. We will drag out every single argument on the debate tonight. But you must know this. You must know this. Screaming Razak will not make you correct. And Royden Roach, I hope you've sharpened your arguments tonight. He's not even there. Chetan, you were shouting last night. You didn't have a single point. And Ravi Srivastav, you'll have to hear the other side. My first point is tonight, after each point that I make this evening, I will give both sides. No, 1 second. Razak, I am telling you formally right now, and I'm telling Chetan, and I'm telling Ravi, I will make 1 point, I will give both sides an equal responsibility to respond to each other. You must end within a minute. If you exceed your time limit, I will stop you. You will then stop and listen to the other side. Right? That's the way to debate. Now, first question, Chidambaram says.
Go with the BJP supporters.
Razak, you're a debutant at this. Listen, I've been debating for a long time, so when you're told the rules, follow them. Kapil Sibbal's argument is that Chidambaram should not be questioned because there were 6 other secretaries to the government of India. Hear this, Mahesh Jetmalani, very interesting, who also had given signatures. And he says then, why is Chidambaram being arrested? My response to that is very simple, and opening the debate this evening will be Mahesh Jetmalani and Abdul Razak. My response to that is very simple. If any of the 6 secretaries have sons or daughters who are accepting bribes on their behalf, then they should be arrested. If any of them has the filial, paternal or any other equivalent, familial equivalent of a Karti Chidambaram, the person should be arrested. So if 6 sons or daughters of FIPB secretaries were getting kickbacks, goose for FIPB approvals, they should be arrested. But first prove to me that there is a Karti Chidambaram in their midst. Opening the debate tonight, Abdul Razak respond to that. And then Mahesh Jetmalani comes in. Go ahead.
I would like to first ask, where is the
answer my question. Answer my question. You're not prepared for the question. Answer my question. I'm sorry. No, don't give me an official statement. I don't accept it. Answer my question. No, answer my question. Answer my question or I'll take you off. Okay, not answering. Chetan, answer the question. One person down. Chetan, answer the question. Chetan, answer the question I asked. Chetan, answer the question. Chetan and Mahesh. No time for trivialities. The question is, I repeat the question. I repeat the question, Chetan. I have come armed with facts. And listen to me. The question is, Kapil Sibbal tries to argue that Chidambaram should not be questioned or put into custody. Listen to the question, man. I told you yesterday, listen and respond. Listen, assimilate, process, reply. Okay? Question is this. Kapil Sibbal says Chidambaram should not be arrested because FIPB has 6 secretaries who have not been arrested. I said to them, if any of those 6 secretaries have sons or daughters getting kickbacks for approvals on their parents' behalf, they should be arrested. Now respond to that logically, process, think. Come on.
Arnab, help me understand. FIBP, kickbacks, these all together are different things. And who was there? Look at Chidambaram comes from what kind of family? Annamalai. That university, he comes from that family who has contributed immensely in this country.
That's the most pathetic response.
When you're going to talk about these kickbacks, you look at his background. Harvard University graduate who was the ex-finance minister, and do you think he will go for this meager amount and spoil his reputation? What are you talking about?
I can't believe you actually said that.
Look at this towering personality. Yesterday evening he came up and in front of media, he did press conference and then he surrendered.
No, Mahesh Jetmalani is responding to that. Mahesh Jetmalani, I think this is a...
He mentioned about the case diary.
No, 1 sec. Thank you very much for that brief response. Sorry, I'm not giving you speech time. No speech time on my program. Wait. Mahesh Jetmalani asked the question there. No speech time. No speech. Wait. Be polite. Be polite. Wait. No speeches. Mahesh Jetmalani coming back into the debate. I'll go to Royden Roach. We've seen 2 dismissals already on the course of my program. Their score is 2 not out. Sorry, 0 for 2 wickets. Go ahead.
Come on. You cannot judge like the way panelists are judging out here.
The point is
This is not the way. This is a matter of court. This is a matter of court, and the court proceeding is already taking place.
Okay.
There is a rule of law.
You're being a little hysterical. Thank you very much.
He is the one person who understands the law quite well. So therefore, you are no one out here to judge him, to label him.
So the argument
Like
here
what
made here
Mr.
is no.
Understand the law quite well, I know that. But at the same time, if you're going to say anything, because the respect to the law is something which we all have.
Thank
to
you.
abide.
Thank you.
Nobody can question the law right now. And
Thank
he's
you.
following the process of law.
Thank you.
Second most important
for
point
God's sake,
out
can you
here.
stop? I'm
Kartik
cutting him out.
Chidambaram.
No, thank you. Right, one second. You're out. You're out. No, one second. Oh, you're out. You're out of the screen. I'll tell you one thing, viewers.
Come on. What in
I'll tell you one thing, viewers. I am.
Still there.
Will somebody from my team go there and tell Chetan in the studio that he has to stop? Now listen to me, Chetan. Listen to me. Can I tell you one thing? Listen to me. Chetan, are you listening? Are you listening? Helium is weightless and lighter than air. That's why balloons filled with helium fly. Don't fly on my program. You're reflecting something. Mahesh Chetmalani is on the debate right now. Ask you a question, please respond. Mahesh Chetmalani, I'm being told Chidambaram can't be questioned because he's from a great family and he went to a specific American university. That's the, sorry to say this, dumbest argument I've heard so far. Yes, come on, let's speak Turkey tonight. Mahesh Chetmalani.
No.
Mahesh Chetmalani on the debate. Royden Roach, go on. Mahesh.
No, it's not just dumb. It's extremely elitist and arrogant also. But apart from that, Arnab, as you quite rightly alluded, the fact of the matter is that as far as Chidambaram was concerned, the allegation against him is that he cleared FIBB applications for more than one, not just INX Media, for at least 5, 6 or more corporates against monies given to Karti, his son, companies controlled by Karti. So every time there was FIB clearance, the applicant had to go to Karti, request for help from Chidambaram, and then Karti would say, pay me so much money under the guise of consultancy fees, and he would receive it, and then the FIBB clearance was done. To drag in those 6 secretaries who acted bona fide and without any consideration or corruption is on the part of Kapil Sibal is most unfortunate. You're trying to drag in innocent people along with somebody who's patently corrupt.
Okay, I also thank you. I said not Chetan. Thank you. Can we have others on the screen? Can we have everyone on the screen? And Chetan, wait your turn, man. You know, I am one of the politest people on television, and you're forcing me to cross the line. Now listen to me. Back on the debate, we also have Gaurav Bhatia and right now Ravi Srivastava on the program tonight, viewers. Now, you know Ravi. Are you listening to me, Ravi? Ravi, hello. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm listening.
You know, when you are silent, then sometimes I think, no, I've lost the connection because I've never seen you silent in my whole life. My question is this. Royden, debate with Gaurav Bhatia. Here's your opportunity. Have a go at him. My question to you, Royden, is this. That can I thank you on behalf of all those who believe that Chidambaram is a picture of corruption. I want to thank you because you saved us all the trouble. You admitted it. In court. I mean, I don't know what Kapil Sibal has against Chidambaram. I don't know what Abhishek Manu Singhvi has against Chidambaram. Because Abhishek Manu Singhvi obviously wants to happily ensure that Chidambaram is in jail for the rest of his life. Anyway, I've heard of some professional rivalries between them. But the question here is this. That Abhishek Manu Singhvi said in court, my lord, Chidambaram may be the approver of the decision, but he's not the decider. That's the oxymoron, you know. He says, my lord, Chidambaram may be the approver of the decision, but not the decider. I mean, 1 second. Approver of the decision is the decider. Which means he was the approver of the corruption. And now he's saying, I approve the corruption, but I was not the decider. Come on, respond to that.
Arnab, I had been a government official for 30 years. And I can tell you for sure that any decision in the committees is done with the concurrence of the junior officers, whether it is a ministry or whether it is a corporation.
Oh God,
there
I'm going to...
people who collectively take a decision.
I can't...
Ultimately, the head approves it. So what is wrong in it? But listen, Arnab, you are a chief editor. If your editors take some decision which you approve, for that only should you be hanged. It has to be a responsibility of each one who has made that proposal, who has put up that proposal, who has written the remarks over there. This is how the government works. Am I telling French?
Respond.
Those who have worked in the government know how the government works.
Arnab, can I respond now?
Come on, Gaurav, respond. Why are you asking me for permission?
They
Respond.
don't understand the system.
Yes.
They
Okay.
don't under
Raviji, I
protocol,
hope,
Ravi.
you will listen
it's
to
no
me.
use trying to explain to
Arnab,
them.
you
Let me
use
tell
the
you.
word picture
guys
of
do
corruption
not know
for PC.
What are they talking?
PC, picture of corruption for PC. Now listen to this. PC did a PC yesterday, and this PC is in PC now under PC Act.
Why
And
can't
what
you
is
explain
it?
your bonds?
P. Chidambaram, the
You
picture
come
of
out and tell us
corruption.
how did you get
Drama
How
press
did you get
conference
it?
yesterday, and now P. Chidambaram
Yes, I
is in
am
police
telling you
custody
this. Today,
under the
gentlemen,
Prevention
I
of
am asking
Corruption
you
Act.
this. I
The
don't know
strong
if you
message
understand
that has gone
protocol.
out, please,
Why
sir,
are
let
the
us be
securities
courteous to
taken
each
into
other.
custody?
Do not
Why
try to
are the
imitate
securities
P.
not taken into
Chidambaram ji.
custody? I would
Please,
like to ask
one by one. We'll speak one by
tell
one.
me.
And I'm sure you are
You
full
have
of
to
facts.
ask me.
You will have some good arguments. Unlike the lawyers of Mr. P. Chidambaram, who could not even ensure that he is granted bail. We'll speak one by one. Now, Arnab, remember 31st March 2019, Narendra Modi ji said very clearly, जिन्होंने देश को लूटा है, उनको पाई पाई चुकानी पड़ेगी. 2014 से अब तक मैं उनको जेल के दरवाजे तक ले आया, अब पीछे
हम
होंगे.
देखेंगे, वो दिन भी
Every
आएंगे
Indian
साहब,
today
जरूर आएंगे,
feels
वो दिन आएंगे.
good about the fact that no matter how influential you think you are not above law. Second, the recovery of the money, it is your money, it is our money, honest taxpayers' money, which goes to the government, and these corrupt officials, they come to power and they loot the country.
Gaurav, do
Third,
not
it
try
is
to
very important
count
that
your
Congress
chicken
now
before it
realizes
can
how
be hatched.
disconnected it is with the
Never
people of
count
the
your
country.
chicken before it can
They
be
have
hatched,
been looting
Gaurav.
us
Let me
for
tell you
one
that.
decade that they were in power and even before, and now they are being taught a lesson. Most importantly, they are questioning the CBI and in the ED. Why do you want to stand with the person who has not been given protection by the High Court? The Supreme Court refused to hear the hearing, and now even the Sessions Court has said that we will not entertain this bail plea. So from three forums, on the basis of so much of material against him, prima facie case is made out. And just like any other ordinary citizen, he needs to go through the rigors of law. Let us not give him special treatment.
Can I come in?
He is not VVIP, like the Congress
very
feels.
clear and very
the VVIP culture
we have seen the
has to
frustration
come to an end. And if there is an individual who has looted the country,
it was very evident.
he has to
you
be
have
put
seen the
behind bars.
frustration, you've seen the way of their actions, their behavior. Do you think they need to jump over a wall to enter his house? And one more thing, we are talking about notice. What was the notice on this wall?
What was the need to block the entry?
Can ask you.
If there were CBI officials, a dignified citizen would allow them entry and would be open to interrogation.
Nothing.
These are walls of corruption. And CBI is no longer a caged parrot. They are autonomous. They are like a hawk biting the corrupt. And it is a good sight to
why
see
didn't he attend
that
it?
CBI now has
And
the
he
will
was there.
to have the
Royden, I can't make sense of what you're
Congress Party
doing. Royden, honestly, you're not making sense. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. MR Venkatesh, Ishkaran are not on the debaters yet. And a small point that I want to intervene with. First of all, a small point that I wish to intervene with. You know, my problem, you know what my problem is, MR? You know what my problem is? You know what my problem is?
Why is it?
My problem is with their damned arrogance. They are so arrogant that even at this time, they are mocking and questioning the judiciary of this country. They have gone there, and Kapil Sibal's line of defense for Chidambaram is to say, you delay the judgment, but say we are enjoying a protective umbrella. Why should I tolerate this mockery of my country's judiciary any longer? Who the hell is this gang? Secondly, they put out elitist arguments. You know, when a senior investigative officer goes to Chidambaram and says, Mr. Chidambaram, you need to answer a few questions. You know what Chidambaram says? Chidambaram says to him, I want to go and sleep. Please let me go to sleep. You know, this is nothing but the elitism that man, even when he's in custody, is treating senior police and investigating officials like dirt. He's mocking the CBI. They are making fun. They are telling the CBI officers, you are not educated, you are not aware of the dates.
Justice.
Forcing the
He did
additional
not
Solicitor
run away
General
from
Tushar
justice. He
Mehta
was
to
seeking
clarify
justice.
this matter.
The
The
court
fact
did
of the
not
matter
give
is, and
any
I will end with
directions
this,
to arrest
the
him.
fact of the matter
It
is,
was
Razak,
just
listen to me,
that
after
his
that I
bail
will
was
stop.
cancelled.
Razak,
It
please
was
wait.
just that
You know what
his
the
bail
fact
was
of the matter is?
cancelled.
The fact
He
of the
was
matter
not
is,
running
this
away from
group of
justice.
people treats
Why
everyone
is the
else
head of
as
elections
subservient to
like
them.
One Congress Neta.
Please hear me. This group
Why
of
is it
people
before any
treats
election?
everyone else as subservient to them.
Arnab, why before every election a corruption case builds up? Why does the BJP do this before every election?
For God's sake, the elections are over 2.5 months, man. Are you sleeping? You rip and mingle.
And you will always have elections in this country.
What happened to
you will
all
have
those
some state or the other going for elections.
The previous case.
Let us go and have a
Come
uniform
on,
date for all
before
elections.
every election, MRP,
Agree for
this
that
happened.
at least, so that
And
we can have a single
people
date,
of the
one
country
nation,
have
one
become
election.
used to this.
At least accept for that.
Ahead of
So now let
2019
us
elections,
look
it
at
is
the
Robert
issue,
Wada.
Arnab. The fact
What
of the
happened
matter
to those
is
cases?
that within
Sir,
48
what is
hours,
the desperation
one
of
High Court judge
arresting Chidambaram
refused the
ji?
anticipatory bail,
Why
and
is
one
the
Sessions Court
desperation
judge or
shown?
Special Court judge has refused bail for him with a regular
don't
bail.
act on
Now
Mukul
you
Roy,
may
Yediyurappa,
nitpick on
Janardhan
facts,
Reddy,
but you may not
Jai
know,
Shah,
Abdul Razak ji,
Narayan
the road
Rane.
to North
You all
Block
give them a
when
clean
Mr.
check.
Chidambaram was the finance
BJP is a
minister
washing
was
machine.
to the El Dorado building where Mr. Karthik Chidambaram had an office. So you must
has
understand this.
retired today.
I come from Chennai. I was handling
He has
lot of
retired
business
today.
interests there. So I
Mr.
will tell you
Venkatesh.
with all the
MR, reveal, MR, reveal. Reveal, MR, I missed that point. Sorry, you'll have to repeat it again, MR. I want you to repeat it. I want you to repeat it because we lost it in the day. You will have to repeat yourself.
I will repeat. I will say that the route to North Block, where Mr. Chidambaram was the finance minister, was through the El Dorado building, where Mr. Karthik Chidambaram had his office. And that is how many people got their income tax, service tax, excise, FIPB, RBI, FEMA, and ED clearances done. Sir, I don't want to talk to you. You are below my dignity. I won't respond to you. I will say what I have to say. Listen to this. Now listen to this. The fact of the... Sir,
show pictures.
Sir, don't talk through the air. I am the evidence here, and don't provoke me further. So you do not know what it is. You do not know what is Chennai. You do not know what is Karthik Chidambaram. You do not know what is P. Chidambaram. The way they network themselves, the way they threatened people, the way they ensured people fell in line with notices, and the father will issue notice, the son will go and collect the hafta. This was the modus operandi. This was how they performed. And this is how they stashed their wealth, and they went and did it with great impunity. It is a tragic situation in this country that this went on for 30 years. Now the law has caught up with them. It is a massive mandate given to Narendra Modi that has felled this mafia. So please understand and shut up and learn what is happening in Chennai for 30 years.
Before they can even talk.
Okay. Sir, I am telling you with evidence.
Not talk on a
Sir, I am telling you with evidence this was going on. This was going on and on and on. The father duo was doing a
one second.
Show the evidence.
Sir,
just a minute. No. Okay, pull back. I want to share something. You know, MR, I'll tell you one thing. MR, you correctly mentioned that there has been a political change and a lot of things have changed as a result of it. And let me tell you one thing which has changed. And I said this on my Hindi program, Puchta Hai Bharat today. So, will you be quiet for a minute, please?
You come out.
Listen to me, relax. I'm not personally shouting at you. I am pulverizing you, I am grilling you, I am chopping you on the program, but I am not being insulting to you. Wait a minute. Now listen, I just want to speak for 1 minute, please. I said on our Hindi channel, where I do a program at 7 o'clock called Puchta Hai Bharat, I said on that program today that essentially there is a word called in Hindi called Ghotalebaz Ishkaran. Ghotalebaz, which means scamster. And the general feeling among Lutean circles has been that, you know, people who speak accented or fake accented English cannot be ghotale-bazes, right? And I said to them, the same theory at one point of time applied with some people, listen, allow me to complete, who had a Stockholm syndrome with a murderer, the bikini killer, Charles Sobraj. They felt, no. Charles Chopra, he's so sophisticated. You know, he's one of us. He talks like us, walks like us. How can he be a murderer? And I said, the same sense of surprise now applies, that how can Chidambaram be a scamster? And therefore, I want to dive a little detail into one small argument presented earlier today. The silliest argument I have heard in my adult life coming from Chetan. Chetan, let me treat you to something. Let me treat you to something. Listen to me. You want to hear the end of this. You said, oh, you know what? He went to a good university. He speaks English. He wears good clothes. And he comes from some great family. Now listen to me. I'll tell you one thing. There is a person in this country.
And he's cooperating with CBI.
1 minute here. Let me complete my argument, and after that you'll be flat anyway. Listen to me. There is a person in this country today who's under the scanner for extreme domestic cruelty and extreme domestic violence, leading to the mysterious death of his wife Sunanda Pushkar, and Shashi Tharoor went to some Tufts University in the United States. There is another person called Rajat Gupta, arrested, went to jail for years for insider trading. Scandalous. He is also Harvard educated, by the way. There is another person called Nirav Modi, for your kind information, scamster of the #1 scamster. He's a Wharton dropout. And your friend Chetan, Lalit Modi, your friend Lalit Modi went to Duke University in the United States. So don't give me that, that garbage argument that the person went to a university and is educated. I'll give you a whole list of people who have been accused of rape and murder and worse, and who have been fairly well educated by your standards. Education does not teach you morality. Education, a formal one, does not teach you ethics. So don't give me that elitist rubbish anymore. Thank you. Ishkaran is back on the debate right now. Ishkaran.
Arnab,
this matter is of 2007.
Come on now, don't stretch your luck.
You have come to me. Arnab, I'm not in the studio.
Ishkaran, go on.
Arnab, come out with the names.
Come on now, you be quiet, listen to the other side.
2 short points. Let me make 2 short points. When you are calling about on criminals, you forgot one big name, Osama bin Laden, born to a very wealthy family and very well educated, but a criminal mastermind. Problem is, some people after education and born to great families also are criminal masterminds, because there is no end to the greed. Now let us see what happened in this case. Foreign Investment Promotion Board, FIPB, was being used as Family Investment Promotion Board.
The subject is not about the education. Let me tell you.
FDI, 1 second, let me finish. Let me finish. If you went to a good school, learn how to hear an argument. Did you go to a good school? Learn how to hear an argument.
Stop heckling Ishkaran, please.
Did you go to a good school?
Please stop. He's making his point, Biden. Come after 30 seconds.
Hear an argument.
These secretaries
have
to be taken in custody.
If you, the first thing you are taught in school is to hear an argument.
Where is it?
Please, I hope you went to a school. Did you go to a school? Any school? Hear an argument, then answer. Any school will teach you this. Hear an argument, then answer it.
I didn't
Please
go.
show education on the debate.
Where you are.
Now the point.
You're talking about.
So then stop screeching like a. Then stop screeching. Then stop screeching on the debate and hear an argument. Hear an argument. Please don't betray
off the screen. Let Ishkaran continue and replace right to 1 second.
Hear an argument.
I will not allow hecklers.
Hear an argument.
Telling me
we're wasting time.
Now, stop heckling. Stop heckling. Stop heckling. Hear an argument.
Come on, write it
then
resolve.
answer it.
Hecklers
Then
not
answer
allowed.
the argument.
Why can't they? Why can't
Ishkaran, continue your point. We're wasting time. Please, I request the producers. Please.
Arnab, the basic short point here is only this much. Please, can you hear that? Thank you. Arnab, the basic short point here is Foreign Investment Promotion Board was used as Family Investment Promotion Board. FDI is Foreign Direct Investment. It became Family Direct Investment. That is the whole problem in this case. There are other facts that Benami properties were bought all over the world, and people in whose name the properties were willed it to Karti Chidambaram's child.
That is what has come out during ED raids. What has also come out during the raid is there are emails from INX Media. What has also come out during the raid is that how 5 crore investment becomes a 300 crore investment.
Yeah.
And this is not the only
that is the
investment.
point.
I am making a prediction on your show. You will be doing 6 different cases of the same sort involving FIPB where Mr. Chidambaram and Karti Chidambaram are involved in crimes. You will have 5-6 more cases on your channel and we will discuss them. It is only the Honorable Judge has said this is the tip of the iceberg and it is the tip of the iceberg. You will see the entire iceberg of corruption coming out in this case. That is what the Honorable High Court Judge has said in this case. That this case is only the tip of the iceberg. You will see the charge sheet will come after custodial interrogation. Charge sheet will come after interrogation. Please understand the basic procedure. Charge sheet will come after interrogation. Once Mr. Chidambaram is interrogated, you will get the charge sheet. That is what will happen in this case.
I now want to go into the substantial points of the Chidambaram case, and I invite Mahesh Jethmalani back on the debate. To discuss the substantial points of the case, I invite Mahesh Jethmalani back. Thank you. You know, Razak, when you become substantial, I'll come back to you. Substantial points of the case. Chetan, come in, but after Mahesh Jethmalani, we now make serious points. Thank you. Now, if we look at this, the substantial, I also have the order copy with me. Now we'll go into substantial points in the order copy. And let's debate like decent men.
Okay.
Thank you. If you need those kind of reminders, I am always available. Now here's, the order copy is with me. I will quote from it because in my view, it has single-handedly crushed not just Chidambaram's arguments, but also the Congress party's arguments, who so loyally and desperately try to defend him today. Essentially, what has happened is that the court has schooled Chidambaram. Schooled him. Order says in point number 20, Mahesh Jethmalani, considering all the facts and circumstances of the case brought to court, I am of the view that police custody and remand of Chidambaram are justified, and accordingly, the accused is remanded till 26/08/2019. There's no ambiguity, black and white. I continue, and I look at point number 18. I bring it to your attention. You're both lawyers. Mahesh Jethmalani, give me a legal response to this. Point number 18, it says, the allegation made against the accused are serious in nature and there cannot be a dispute with the fact that a detailed and in-depth investigation is required in the present case. Now, in my view, Mahesh, this smacks the argument made by Chidambaram that the CBI case against him has no basis. You can go around and you can convince some person with an average questionable IQ, like the members, I don't want to say, but the fact is you can convince Rahul Gandhi, that the case has no basis, but Rahul Gandhi does not understand stuff like this, There's a problem of comprehension he has. I raised point number 18. In my view, CBI case has no basis, man. This is a court has said this. The court has schooled him. Mahesh Jethmalani, please, your interpretation.
Well, I mean, there's no doubt that both the High Court day before yesterday, as well as the trial court today, has resoundingly stated that this is a case of enormous magnitude so far as corruption is concerned. The judge, the High Court Judge Justice Gaur, put the figure as much as 3,500 crores, so which is no trifling amount. And given that, the first ground for refusing bail or refusing anticipatory bail, both, is the gravity of the offence.
Yes.
This is an extremely grave offence. And as one panelist said earlier, that this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
I want to add, this might not just lead to six cases against Chidambaram. It may lead to a multitude of cases against Mr. Chidambaram.
Now, Chetan, before you come back on that point, I want to also add to you one more point. One more point I want to add before you. Chetan, 1 minute. I'm just coming to you. I'm coming to you. I'm just adding one point further to that. Chetan, now come on. Chetan, you said you'd be decent. Now, I hope that was not a 10-second occurrence. For God's sake, Chetan. Order says in point number 18, and I quote, the allegations of payments being made to the accused in the year 2007, 8, 9 are specific in character. This actually, MR, smashes Chidambaram's arguments and the arrogant narrative put forward by Sibbal and Singhvi that the court has no specific questions. In fact, I have begun to question the legal ability of Sibbal and Singhvi. Maybe they are not as focused as they were, at another point of time in their career. But point number 19, MR, also says, and I quote, the enormity of money allegedly involved in the case and the persons who are accused necessitate an in-depth investigation. Congress can say this is vicious and malicious, but this is the words of the court, MR. Come on, Chetan, you make your point, let MR respond. Now let's see you crumble.
It is.
Yeah.
See here, what we need to understand very loudly, clearly, that today agencies have said that he is not cooperating. But look at previously also he has cooperated.
No. The question is not that. The question is about the gravity of the charges.
He has never.
No, my question was not about that. My question was about the gravity of the charges which you made light of.
So therefore,
you made light of the gravity of the charges.
No. With all respect to the High Court,
CVOs is not responding.
What was happening whenever the district court was calling him up,
issue of
he has been responding to it,
is a matter
and on
that
those
the
basis,
agencies will
because of his
decide.
conduct,
You and I cannot sit down here and decide whether he's cooperating or not.
MR and
What is the question that is being posed? We don't know. What is the evidence that they have? Evidence that they have on hand, you do not know. What is the evidence that they want to
MR and Ravi, yeah.
Questionable.
And what is
Ravi!
agencies are actually looking for?
He will.
And the same courts, Chetan, have given him a bail or postponed giving him anticipatory bail for 25 different occasions. At that time, you never questioned the wisdom of the court. But the same courts, when it turns around and refuses to give the anticipatory bail as it did in day before yesterday, or it denied bail to him today.
Ravi and Gaurav. Ravi first and then Gaurav will respond.
That is
Gaurav.
the problem today.
Ravi first.
You are all in effect. You are all in effect questioning the wisdom of the court. When the court is in all the facts, court is having all the facts. So please don't try to.
So now Ravi ji speak, but make a coherent point.
It will be seen as a wrong precedent. I've learned to accept the verdict with all grace.
Just relax, Ravi.
It will do a great deal of good to the building of every institution. So
1.5 years. What CBI would get?
No, Ravi ji, what is your point? I'm asking you. Take your time, take a long breath and tell you. What is your argument? You don't need to shout. Sometimes you also are not able to understand. There is a man to be shouting, making no point. So please make your point. Tell me, what is your best argument?
Tell me.
What is your best argument? No argument at all? Okay, now Arnab, I will come in just to tell you the Honorable High Court called Mr. P. Chidambaram the kingpin of this big scam. And you know, he is the kingpin. Why? Because he abused his official position. He was only ensuring prosperity for his son, Karthi Chidambaram, not for the country. Most importantly, look at the level of corruption that
Gaurav, wait now. Gaurav, I say wait. Gaurav, wait. Gaurav, you have to wait. Gaurav, wait. We go on the words being used out here. And Gaurav, wait. Gaurav, for God's sake, you have to show some discipline when the anchor tells you to be quiet. Gaurav, listen to me. You've been interrupted out there. And Ravi's argument is to you. Gaurav, listen to me. Let's debate this. Gaurav, stop reading from a piece of paper. The argument being made by Ravi to you is this. He says you are missing a critical word while describing Chidambaram as the mastermind, and that is appears. You said he is the mastermind. Listen to Ravi. Patience, man. Ravi, Gaurav, you know what? Please calm down. Now make your point briefly, if it is possible. Ravi, make your point. Does it say appears to be? Show me the paper where it says appears to be. What is your...
It's in the judgment. Content of the judgment appears to be. Arnab, please verify yourself.
No,
he is not set. He's a kingpin. How the judge can say there is no case, there are no papers, there is no evidence, there is no time.
Okay, thanks. You made your point. I allowed you, Ravi. Now let Gaurav get back to you, please.
Let me tell him.
Appears to be kingpin.
Okay, man. Okay, go on.
Yes, Arnab, it has to be prima facie. You know why? Because he was seeking anticipatory bail. It's not a judgment in the trial. The trial has to proceed now. But the reality is that he was evasive in his replies when confronted with tough questions.
Right.
He was the kingpin. That is the, prima facie finding. Complete non-cooperation by him.
Right.
And the plea that this investigation is politically motivated was called preposterous by the High Court in page 23. So, Ravi ji, I think for a moment, take a deep breath and think. If corrupt people are being punished now, is that not good for a country?
So now you want
Why should people like you come out to defend P. Chidambaram and his, kind of people? We should rather You know, we should have faith in our judiciary and in our investigation.
Royden, back with Mahesh Jethmalani. Royden and Mahesh Jethmalani now, please. Chetan, right, Mahesh Jethmalani back on the debate right now. On the substantial points, I think we know, why, wait a minute, both of you. I think what's going on, right? Royden, wait. What's happening here is, you are running out of arguments, and I'll tell you why. Because if you look at the, instead of doing this martyr number, save democracy number and all that rubbish, you actually look at the order. The order says, and I quote, point number 19, Mahesh Jethmalani, please pay note. Order says in point number 19, that it was submitted to the investigating agency did not call the accused for investigation since 06/06/18. But that, in my view, cannot be a ground to deny the investigating agency an opportunity to conduct an effective investigation now. Crushing. Second, the enormity of money allegedly involved in the case and the persons who are accused necessitate in-depth investigation. Second, crushed. Third, point number 19, custodial interrogation is sometimes useful and fruitful. You get that? Now, you cannot tell me, and I'll close with this. Viewers, custodial interrogation, when the question of custodial interrogation comes in, you cannot separate some fellow like Chidambaram from any other ordinary citizen of this country. The law does not only apply to the common man. There is a person who was arrested by the Maharashtra Anti-Corruption Department in 2017 for demanding a 30 rupee bribe from a patient. 30 rupee bribe. If that person can be arrested and questioned, so can Chidambaram. Officials are denied appeals for accepting a 50 rupee bribe. Supreme Court in 2012 dismissed the appeal of two Gujarat civic body officials convicted for demanding and accepting a 50 rupee bribe. This is the goddamn Home Minister of India taking a bribe. Do you realize what I'm talking about? The substantial points. Mahesh Jethmalani. Mahesh, no, after Mahesh. No, I said after Mahesh. I said after Mahesh. I said after Mahesh. Is your name Mahesh? After Mahesh.
Arnab, 1 minute. 1 minute. And Arnab, all this from a man, expected from a man who was once a finance minister and a home minister and presided over some of the most powerful investigating agencies of this country and unleashed them on accused who didn't deserve to be arrested and put them into custodial interrogation. This man is now pleading for no custodial interrogation for himself. It's an irony, and all those people who were wrongly detained under Mr. Chidambaram's tenure must now be wringing their hands in glee.
Yeah, absolutely. Chetan, I think you people have lost the debate. My commiserations to you. I must say all of you tried hard.
Not at all.
You could not make any point tonight, Ishkaran.
No, absolutely
Ishkaran,
not.
I think we should gracefully, give them an opportunity to acknowledge their defeat on the program. Ishkaran.
Arnab, they lost when Chidambaram is in jail. Arnab, they lost when their mentor, Mr. Chidambaram, is in jail. He lost in court.
He's a seasoned politician. He understands law quite well. He will certainly going to go as for the law. He has been cooperating now.
That is why he's in jail. That is why he's in jail.
He has gone.
You can stop singing your love letters to his.
With his friend,
please, you can stop reciting your love letters to Mr. Chidambaram's English, eloquence, elocution, his Harvard degree. Stop your love letters for Chidambaram. Please understand that he is accused of criminal offences and nobody is interested in your love letters to him and his family and his education and his English and his political skills. India has moved past it. India has moved past this Luttian.
Okay, thank you. Now I'll say something. I want to say something at the end. Viewers, I want to say something about that smirk. Thank you. I want to speak over that smirk. Let's run the visuals full frame. I'll speak over it. Viewers, today, Chidambaram is smirking at the cameras, and that tells you about the culture of the Vadra Congress party. This party has tried to heroize every single corrupt leader. They eulogized Sonia Gandhi when she got bail in a tax evasion case on Young India. That's why he's smirking. They tried to make a hero of Robert Vadra, who literally stole from the taxpayer by making so much money in land deals in Haryana and Rajasthan, they tried to make a hero of even Kamal Nath. Kamal Nath, the man who is Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, despite being named as a witness in the 1984 anti-Sikh riots by the Nanavati Commission. So this party thinks it's going to get away. But look at that. Look at the picture very, very closely. If you look at the picture closely, I'll tell you one thing. Go back, and I request you all, I'm going to put the footage out on Republic World viewers. That smirk, that smile, that carefully planted thumbs up was a last-minute reaction to the camera. Go back and I'll rewind it to you. You see the face. We'll close this up. We'll put close-ups on Republic World. You'll see the face of a tired man realizing that this time, it's time up for him. I'll meet you on the other side on debate number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, the debate has only started.